guys, thank you for clicking on this finite finances video. I did post one yesterday, but I ended up taking it down after about an hour because the quality was just really bothering me. It was just really grainy, the audio was awful, and then my computer made noises about halfway through, and I couldn't let it go, so I had to take it down. So we're gonna kind of redo that video. If you've already watched it, you'll get to see kind of the same contents again, but bears repeating. And so the first part, is just kind of an introduction video today. I just want to talk about myself. My name is Emily, and I was not born into a low-income family, but through a combination of really bad decisions and sheer stubbornness sometimes, I ended up living below the federal poverty line for most of my late teens and early 20s, and probably really only got on top of my finances the last 3 or 4 years. Because it's really hard, and I think people discount a lot how hard it is to get out of poverty, even if you're in a position where you didn't start from poverty like I was, and I had a lot more resources than people who start in poverty. And so part of me trying to get out of poverty was looking up a lot of these financial advices on, kind of listicles on the internet, how to save money, but mostly they were super unhelpful, and in some cases they were literally insulting. And so the example that I used yesterday, which is I think a really poignant example, is the, don't drink your coffee at Starbucks and you'll save X amount of dollars a year argument. And then, the way I drink coffee. So I have a Keurig. It was a gift, so it cost me $0. I don't use K-cups. I have a reusable pod that you put the grounds in. And so that's significantly cheaper than the K-cups. And the coffee grounds themselves, it was a deal that has since expired, or I would link it in the description for y'all to do it too. But it was, if you knew someone who was already a member of this coffee club and they referred you to the coffee club, you got a free $10 credit to the website. And most of their coffees were like $30, so $10 is just a really good discount. But they also had coffees that were $9.50. So I got one of those. It was free shipping. They didn't even ask me for my card information, and I had free coffee arrive at my door. So the only way for me to lower my out-of-pocket caffeine costs would be if I collected rainwater instead of using tap water, and if I somehow could use solar electricity to power my Keurig. So little things like that. There was also another list that said that, one of those things rich people do that poor people don't do lists. And on it was that rich people shower every day and poor people don't. It's literally on the list. And the way they said it was like, oh, well, that's just facts. I don't make this stuff up. And my knee-jerk reaction was, I'm pretty sure Leonardo DiCaprio is known for not showering. You think Mick Jagger gets up every morning and takes a shower? Like, showers do not directly correlate to wealth. And then, having lived in an area where there's a lot of manual labor jobs, there's a lot of jobs where you just work these 12-hour shifts if you're working a swing shift. And at the end of the day, the first thing in the morning, you may not be super pepped to jump in the shower. And so who can blame you if you're just too exhausted every once in a while and you just want to go to bed filthy and try again tomorrow, And it's just really demeaning and rude to read that kind of stuff. And so I thought with this channel, I would start kind of doing the same idea. So we're actually going to go over a couple of these lists that I found on the internet and talk about what advice is good if you just scale it back and what advice you should just throw away if you're not in an already middle to upper middle class financial bracket, if you're not already there. And then the other part of this channel is going to be every video is going to have a free deal. So I'm an extreme couponer. And my friends and family have been bugging me for years. How do you do it? How do you get all this stuff for free? And there's a lot of websites already dedicated to that. There's a lot of blogs already dedicated to that. It's already been done. And so I'm going to actually link a lot of those blogs that are already out there in the description of these videos so you can go look for yourself rather than try to redo it, in a way that probably won't be as good. And so to get this channel started right, we're going to have our deal of the week. So if you watched this video yesterday before I took it down, you already know. This week we're doing free gummy worms. And I apologize that it's going to be backwards in the video because I'm having to record this with my cell phone with the front-facing camera. So I'm gonna work on trying to get a better video setup, promise. But in the meantime, it's just gonna be backwards. You'll live. Dyslexia, good times. It's the trolley gummy worms. They have kind of sour blasts and stuff too. And the deal's at CVS. They are $2 and you get back a $2 store credit. CVS has this program called Extra Bucks. And the Extra Bucks are essentially just a store credit. So if you already have Extra Bucks at CVS, you can pay into this deal. So I already had $2. I paid into the deal. I paid, I think, 10 cents out of pocket. It's like maybe 14 cents. I did it with a bunch of other items, so it's hard to calculate exactly how much I would have paid if I did this deal by itself. But, you know, just the tax. And then I got gummies and my $2 back. So you end up, you know, it ends up being free after Extra Bucks. And so in the description, I'm going to link two things. There's a website I'm going to be sending y'all to a lot. It's called freestufffinder.com. This is lovely lady named Tina. And she has a lot of kind of 101, step-by-step. She does videos, you know, she's got all the screenshots. She just does a much better job than I could do, because you're going to notice all these videos are one-shot videos. It's because I don't know how to edit videos, and I don't feel like learning. So I'm going to send you to her blog. There's going to be Couponing 101 and How to Coupon at CVS 101. And so you'll kind of get that overview if you felt like doing a little more homework, as it were. Or you can just go to CVS. If you've already got Extra Bucks, pay them in toward the worms. If you don't, you'll have to pay in that initial $2, but then you will get back your $2 in the form of a store credit. So next week or 2 weeks or so from now, when there's a deal that's free after Extra Bucks or a good deal with Extra Bucks, then you can use your Extra Bucks toward that deal. You'll already have some kind of in the kitty. And you've got to hold on to that piece of paper that prints. So at the end of your receipt, it'll have a piece of paper with a barcode and it'll say $2 Extra Bucks. If you lose that receipt, you're out of luck. You got to bring back that receipt. You can't avoid that if you want to put the CVS app on your phone. Through the app, you can actually turn off paper coupons and all the coupons will just go to your app. I don't like to do that because I like to be able to look at my coupons so I can know when they expire. And also the app can get kind of glitchy sometimes. And so I really like to avoid as much as possible using the CVS app, but that's my own personal choice. If it's easier for you, do what's easier for you. The cashier can make it work if they need to. If they know the deal is supposed to work and it's not working, they have the ability to make it work. So that's this week. This is going to be the whole video. All these videos are going to be shot one take. So if I kind of stumble and say like a bunch, it's just part of the charm. But next week we're going to go over, we're going to start going over kind of app spotlights. And so next week we're going to talk about an app that I use a lot to lower my out-of-pocket costs. It's called Shopkick. And then the next couple of weeks we're going to go over different apps that I have on my phone that either save me money or make me money, and how I use those and how you can use them too. And all you need is a relatively decent smartphone or a tablet if you don't have a smartphone, or even your laptop in some cases. Just whatever you're using to view this video on can probably be used for a lot of this app, even if it's the library computer. So I can go over a lot of that information. And we're gonna have a free deal of the week every week. So this week again, it's your trolley gummies, but you know, sorry about the mirror image. But you'll get your free candy and I'll see y'all next week.